Good evening. How are you all? Well, we made it. It's the first week of September is more or less over us. And you know what? We all survived. So despite all the worry, all the stress, everything came together and it all happened. It may not have happened the way we thought. It might have been better, it might have been worse, but we got through it all the same, and we got through it together. So take a minute and just congratulate yourselves on that, because I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes there are times I think, how am I going to get through all of this, when we think so far ahead. And I suppose our meditation last week was really on trying to concentrate on not thinking too far ahead, on not taking on far too much worry about things that are completely outside of our control. And I think the fear, I suppose, was last week, particularly for those who had kids and that going back to school, was just how much of it was out of our control, you know, and that does, without question, create a lot of fear in ourselves. But we made it. We made it. Our kids made it. Hopefully everybody is still well. I think we have a lot on our plates, all of us. I think getting the kids back to school and whatever, I suppose we all thought, well, that's going to be normality, back to normal. I'm not sure that it is. I think things are still different. I think they're going to still stay different for a while. You know, they're going to school without school bags, no pencil cases. For those of us with no kids and those of us who do have kids, we're still going into the shops with our masks. I was out at the shops today for stuff and, you know, still feels weird, doesn't it? Still feels a bit not right, but I think that's just how it's going to be for a while. And you know, I think we have to think about, I know loads of people do not like the masks and they really feel like it's an imposition. And I suppose part of that is it's because it's a reminder to us that actually things have not yet really got back to what we call normal. But the way I look at it, and I don't like them any more than anybody else does, the way I'm trying to look at it is it's a whole lot better than whenever we were all in enforced lockdown, you know. And if that's what it takes to help keep ourselves safe, but more importantly to help keep other people safe, you know. I was in a shop the other day during the week and I think it was fairly busy and I only saw myself and one other woman with a mask on, and I really got a bit annoyed actually. I thought, you know what, these poor staff are sitting here probably on minimum wage or not much more, sitting behind the counter being exposed to every single person that's coming past them all day long. I thought, just out of manners and respect, if you can wear a mask, and I know some people have reasons why they can't, but if you can, you should, you know. It was one of those, I don't know if we ever call any shop a corner shop nowadays. Most of them seem to sell absolutely everything, but it was one of those kind of Spar type shops. I thought, you know, let's face it, you're never in there more than about 15 minutes really, are you? You know, putting on a mask for 15 minutes is really no great hardship. So it's about trying to be a bit considerate of other people, and that's the way I look at it. Okay, I don't like it, but the alternative is probably a wee bit worse. I don't want to be the kind of person who might unknowingly pass something on to some poor member of staff who's sitting there all day long. But I've kind of got off track just about the kind of week that we had, and the fact that I suppose we were hoping that the back to school bit would mean that life has returned to what it should have been, or what we had hoped it would be, and it's not quite there yet, and we all just have to have patience and sit with it until such times as things do improve. And the focus for our meditation this week really is, I suppose last week was about looking at not trying to worry too much about the future and look too far ahead into the future. This week, or if you were looking into the future, to at least focus on the things that you could control and try and get yourself organised and make life easier for yourself for the things that you can control. This week, I want to look at one of those other things that really kind of takes up a lot of our headspace and a lot of our energy, and that's when we look back. Looking back to the things we think we should have done or we could have done better. And you know, that's natural. It's a natural human instinct, because that's how else do we learn if we don't reflect on what has been and gone and what we have done. It's when, instead of just only taking the learning from that we start kind of punishing ourselves, agonizing over things, making ourselves really anxious and I suppose impacting on our self-worth about what we should have done better, what we could have done better, what we should have done, what we should have completed. I can't even tell you the amount of things I thought I would have got done this week that did not get done. And you know something, it would be very easy for me to sit and spend my whole weekend worrying myself and thinking about it all and get myself stressed out about all the things that I could have, would have, should have done, or things that I could have done better than I did do them at the time. But it's gone. You have to take the learning. Maybe a bit of the learning for me was stop overestimating what can be achieved in an amount of time. Yes, it could be achieved if all I had to do was my bits, but the phone rings, people pop in, other people ask questions of you, something else crops up that has to be bumped up the priority list. So the list of things that I thought I was going to do maybe changed, but it changed maybe because it had to change. You know, so and that happens to all of us day and daily, in our home lives, in our work lives, in our personal lives, all the time. It's about how do we not impact on our own belief in ourselves and in our own self-worth, but also in our own stress levels at spending too much time in our heads thinking about things that we should have, could have, would have done. So it's about how do we take the learning and let it go. Take the learning and let it go. So for those of you who maybe have missed some of our earlier meditations, it's just a wee reminder to everyone, I don't play any music in the background, but that's really because I want you to be able to pick up my voice. I did try recording it with the music and it doesn't sound great. Probably you need all kinds of fancy recording things and I don't have that. But if I was listening to a guided meditation myself at home, I would usually put on some nice wee tranquil music. If you just Google some or on Spotify or any of those, not promoting anything in particular here, but whatever format you get your music, have a wee look for, you know, relaxation music or something. It's always very nice, I think, to have a nice kind of wee relaxing thing on in the background. I also would always light a wee candle or something and have a nice wee smell going, because all of those things just really help your senses, help your brain and your body to remind itself how to relax. Because when we're busy and we're stressed, you know, sometimes we need those wee triggers to remind our brain and our body to kind of go and breathe. So also just a wee reminder that whenever you're doing a guided meditation, as soon as your brain does start to relax, those kind of wee annoying things pop in, like, God, did I remember to pack that in such and such a school bag? Do I, you know, did I take the chicken out of the freezer for dinner tomorrow? That's totally fine. That's totally normal. Do not get alarmed. So if you miss a bit of what I'm saying, that's okay. That's probably going to happen. All you do is just try and tune back in as quick as you can. Just acknowledge the thought about the chicken and go, right, okay, I'll worry about that later, and let it pass. So all of that's normal. The most important thing of all in the guided meditation is to actually to take the time and breathe, and to breathe from your stomach as much as you can. It's a bit harder to practice when you're sitting up, but if you're lying down in bed at night, if you put your two hands, clasp them together and put them on your stomach, when you take a deep breath in, your hands should rise up. That's how you know you're breathing properly. So when I'm talking about taking a deep breath or inhaling, you should feel that right from your stomach up into your chest. So not the breathing from here, which is the stress breathing from your stomach, which, to be honest with you, we kind of don't do enough. So that's the kind of stuff to be focused on and to practice. And I suppose just the music and the candles and things, anything that makes you feel relaxed. And I know lots of you, when I say sit somewhere comfortably, you're not sitting at all, you're lying in bed at night, because when else do you get any peace and time to yourself? You have to literally wait till bedtime, and that's, again, totally fine. So as I said, this week we're going to focus on not letting the past dictate how we feel in the present, and certainly not taking it with us into our future unless we're taking something positive and some learning into our future with us. We're not going to take any negative feelings forward with us. You know, we're going to try and live in the moment and live in the present. Okay, so you just find somewhere nice, comfortable to relax. And what we're going to do this evening is just let go of all the shoulds and rest in the knowledge that you're doing a great job right now. You're doing the best job that you can. If you're doing your best, that is enough. There's nothing more that you need to do. There's nothing more that you need to be. You're doing a great job. So we're going to start. So we'll begin by closing our eyes, taking a deep breath in and out. Settle yourself into a comfortable position wherever you are and feel relaxed. I want you to find your breath. Let it bring you in. When you inhale and exhale, breathing in, hold and release. As we breathe in positive energy and exhale any lingering negativity. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And let go. Let yourself be soothed by the rhythm of your body. Expanding with your breath in and contracting with your breath out. Expanding, contracting. Expanding and contracting. Settle yourself into your body's rhythm. Your body knows how to relax. Breathing in and out, let it calm you. Let it slow you down. Let your body help you to let go. As you breathe in and out, deeply and slowly, let it bring you to here, to this breath, to this moment. You may have heard it already, that noise in your head. I should be doing more, it says. I'm not doing enough. You might be able to wave it away initially, but the noise persists. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. Just let go. This noise can leave you feeling guilty, anxious, or deeply judgmental about yourself. The noise gets louder when we compare ourselves to others or when we expect perfection from ourselves. As you breathe in and out, if you listen carefully, you'll hear something beyond all the noise. It comes upon you in the most subtle of ways. In the shower, just before you fall asleep, in the loving words from a friend. It's your inner voice, your true voice, the true you. And your inner voice knows the truth. So take a deep breath in, let go, and let your inner voice's words rejuvenate you. You are doing a great job. You don't need to do anything more. Breathing in and out. You don't need to be anything more. You are enough. You are doing your best. Breathing in and out. And when there is an opening for more, your inner voice will guide you there with tenderness with excitement and with energy, not with the stress and guilt of a hailstorm of shoulds. You are incredible, and you are doing a great job right now. To let go, bring your attention to your breath, and with every breath in, imagine yourself breathing in grace, love, and acceptance. Breathing in. Breathe in the grace, love, and acceptance. And with every breath out, imagine yourself letting go of the shame, guilt, or perfection you may have been holding on to. Breathing in. Out. Out with the shame, guilt, or perfection. Breathe in love. Breathe out guilt. Breathe in grace. Breathe out perfection. Breathe in acceptance. Breathe out shame. Breathing in and out. We'll breathe in love. Breathe out guilt. Breathe in grace. Breathe out perfection. Breathe in acceptance. Breathe out shame. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Just let go. You are doing exactly what you need to be doing. You are doing your best. Trust your voice. As you breathe in and out, remember this week as you go forward to trust your inner voice. She will let you know and remind you that you're doing your best. I want to refocus your attention back to the room. Wiggle your toes, open your eyes, and have a lovely week ahead. And if that nasty inner voice is telling you you're not good enough, just remember, breathe in and breathe out all the negativity. Have a lovely week. Thank you.